Namaste and welcome to Pro Style Stars on MOYC, VJV at your service. And yes, like I promised day before yesterday, I don't know, did you do the show yesterday, Smarika? You did. Yes. Did you say that we're going to have someone today?
No.
That's very bad.
I just got to know Bokhare.
Okay. So actually, Smarika is information diena cha. Smarika la bhanda bhandai pani, she keeps on doing all these things, but that's all okay because she's very sweet. And we have an international star on house today, and he's on his way actually. Traffic अलिकति निकै गाह्रो छ काठमाडौँको बाटो बुझ्नु नै हुन्छ मैले अस्ति नै भनेको थिएँ पर्सि कोही आउँदै हुनुहुन्छ सो म्युजिक अफ योर चोइस डेफिनेटली ट्युन इन गरेर बस्नु होला भनेर आई अश्योर यु दैट यु आर नट गोना बी डिसअपोइन्टेड बिकज व्हेन वी हैव हिम हियर विल हैव हिम हियर द्याट्स इट सिम्पल एज द्याट र अब म एउटा लोकगीतबाट सुरु गर्छु हाम्रो एकजना हुनुहुन्छ यहाँ उहाँले मादल बजाउनुहुन्छ मादल तिमी एकछिन रोक न Madal talma bachai baddaina sunau. So guys, listen to this and tell us you like the beat or not. Hey, ali ठुलो स्वरमा scale track भनेर सुनेको छ कि छैन scale अलिकति ठुलो स्वरमा है. हे 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 सुन्नु हो हेमा ढुङढुङ ढुङढुङ हुन्छ. Oh my god. We have a bunch of wonderful people in house today who are backstage supporting me, and I think she said okay, she said actually, okay, I thought someone's in. Well, she said actually that she can play madal very well, but I just figured that she can't, which is okay. You guys are going to be acquainted to this person very soon, in few days to come. But yes, stay tuned because we're going to go for a beautiful music video. When we come back, hopefully we can have someone in the house that you're going to really want to talk to. We're going to open our phone lines. I think so. I'm not sure. My boss is going to tell me about that. My boss is that side, Lava and Prajesh and everyone. So they're going to let me know if we take the calls or not. But then, yeah, I've got a lot of pages here because I've been reading about this person, and which is wonderful because he seems to be getting his hands dirty with each and everything and still making it the best out of everything that he does. I mean, like, he's there, So, yeah, we're going to have him here soon. Until then, enjoy this music video. When we come back, let's go for the song. Okay, yes, welcome back to Pro Style Stars on MOYC with, yeah, that's VJV there for you. Okay guys, as I was telling you from day before yesterday, we already have a star on Music of Your Choice in the house today. And well, let me tell you a little bit about the star here. He was here back in 1984 when he won a medal. I don't know if I should be going on here with this or not, but he's forgot whether it was silver or bronze. But then it was the first South Asian Federation Games where he won a medal in a swimming competition. And he's done so many things. I don't know how to introduce him because he's an actor, he's a model, and he's a swimmer. And he's inspired youngsters. I think above all, I think that should cover it all because if I go on, the list is going to be too long. So he's inspired a lot of youngsters in India and across the world. I can guarantee you on that. And he's such a great person, a great personality, and he's been coming to Nepal quite frequently these days because he's got his own reasons. Of course, we're going to figure that out in a little while. So let me introduce you to the supermodel, and let me not say the list here. Welcome to the show, Milind.
Thank you, Vivek. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure having you here. So tell us a little bit about the fact that what brings you to Nepal this time around?
Well, this time I'm here to announce the second edition of the Kathmandu Pinkathon. Mm-hmm. The Pinkathon is a woman's run that I started in India in 2012.
Right.
Because I saw that running was becoming really popular. There were lots and lots of running events being organized, but the participation of women was really small. So we wanted to see if we created a space only for women, how would they respond? And of course the response was fantastic. Last year across 8 cities we had about 70,000 women who participated. And this event is for non-runners. It's not for professional athletes or sports people. It's for women who have never stepped out of the house before, for them to take this first step towards health and fitness through this kind of a run. So it's more of a celebration. Women come there in thousands to just be together, to be inspired by each other. They enjoy their time there. They choose a distance, whether it's 3 kilometers, 5, 10 or 21 kilometers.
Right.
And then hopefully they make it a regular part of their lifestyle.
And what has been the response in Nepal? Because I think
it was fabulous. I mean, we did it here last year.
Right.
There's this guy Namraj Joshi, who came to Bombay and said, I want to bring the Pinkathon to Nepal because I think women there also need to be encouraged to come out of their homes and take a step towards a fitter lifestyle. And he organized it here last year and it was a great success. I mean, the success of Pinkathon is actually about the women who participate. Because when you're there and you feel the energy of these thousands of women, it is so positive, it just blows your mind. Yeah.
Okay, great. So this show is all about music. Have you ever considered, giving all the runners maybe a piece of earphone and playing a good music so that they run well?
Well, we actually start the Pinkathon with Zumba.
Oh, wow.
So that is the warm-up, and the Zumba continues through the event. So the women go and run and come back and start, and they dance again. So there is a lot of music, and we have fantastic Zumba instructors who are there leading the crowd, and women just they just love it.
Great. And you said this is for non-runners, and they still have that energy to come back and do Zumba again.
That's a very good point, because what happens is when you go out and tell people it's a running event, most women say, no, I can't do this. I've never done it. Even 3 kilometers sounds like a lot. But when they come there, they really understand how they've underestimated themselves. So not only here, it's a revelation that, I did 5 kilometers very easily. And that shows you that in different aspects of your life, how you could have underestimated yourself and your capability and your potential. Because there's so many things that you actually can do, but you believe that you can't, or you're led to believe you can't. People tell you can't, but you actually can. So it's really a mind-opening experience. It's a celebration.
Great. So let's get to know a little bit more about you, because I'm sure all our audiences would be interested on that. Yeah, I'm sure, because you're big here as well. So no doubt. So we've actually always looked up to you, and it's such a wonderful feeling to be sitting right beside you and talking to you. And it's like a dream come true. Thank you so much for being here in Image Channel. So tell us a little bit about a lot of stuff that you've done. But then you've been into movies, you've been into modeling, you've been a sports person. Out of all these things that you've done in your life, which is a lot, which is the thing that appealed to you most, or you could have probably stick to that for the rest of your life?
Well, that would be sport. I started swimming competitively at the age of 9. I was very lucky because I come from a culture where sport is not really encouraged. People are not so interested in fitness and exercise. Now it's very gradually changing. But at that time, which was the early 70s, the mid 70s, it wasn't that popular. Parents were just about, go and study and come home and go to school, and that's it. When you get close to your 10th standard, it's stop everything else. Now all you have to do is study. But now it's changing a little bit. But I was lucky that from the age of 9 till 23, I was representing my state, and I was national champion for a few years, and I could represent India as well. But the most important thing was that I developed this discipline to health and fitness, and the discipline also comes from enjoying it. And I really love the way I feel, not only physically but also mentally, emotionally. I feel just amazing all the time, and I don't want to let go of that feeling. So it was that was my life. That was my whole life, and it still is. People think today that he's really fit, and I think they noticed when I turned 50 and I did Ironman, which is a triathlon. It's a kind of tough triathlon, and they said, he's doing it at the age of 50. Then they suddenly realized that, I was fit, but I was fit my whole life. And also the other reason was people are beginning to understand the importance of a healthy lifestyle, the importance of being fit, of challenging yourself, just to avoid disease. All the diseases, the worst diseases today we find are because of a bad lifestyle, including cancer. A lot of doctors say that even cancer is a lifestyle disease. So people are waking up to that fact that they need to do this. And sometimes when you reach that age and you realize, then you feel, is it too late for me? But when you see somebody at 50 who's done it, then you say, okay, it's not too late. I can do it as well. So that kind of changes people's mindset a little bit.
Sure.
But sports.
Yeah.
From the beginning to the end.
No wonder why. So people say that it's equally important to be mentally fit, and so there are a lot of sports person who are probably not mentally fit, or how do you keep your mental health fit then?
So like you said discipline, right? So it is about discipline. Discipline is is a mental exercise. To develop discipline is a mental exercise. And even any exercise, any sport that you do, more than impacting your physical body beneficially, it is more for your mind. Your mind is opened to limitless possibility and limitless potential. But only when you do something physically does the mind get into it. Because the mind is saying, no, I can't do this, I can't do that, this is difficult, that is tough, people are telling you, you know, it's just you're inside this world of negativity, unfortunately. And you have to fight your way out of that. But once you begin to fight your way out of that, it suddenly opens up into a world of possibility. Everything suddenly becomes positive. Every situation you're in becomes a learning experience. So that is the wonder of sport, actually. It's not about physicality. It's not about running fast or running far or lifting weights. It's about opening your mind.
Right. Okay, that got me thinking for some time.
I know, you got like, what? Whoa.
Okay.
I saw that. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get to music again.
Yeah.
Your kind of music.
Well, it's very surprising because I'm a runner and everybody always asks me this, what do you listen to when you're running? And I never listen to music.
Okay.
Never. In fact, I used to. So I started running 15 years ago, and of course I had the headphones and earphones and all of that. But when I got to a certain comfort level with running, I realized one day, in fact, that the music had gone off and I didn't realize it. I was trying to think, like, when did this go off? And then I started realizing as I ran, more and more, that I wasn't actually listening to the music at all. And so I stopped completely. I was so then attuned to what my body was going through. And that was such a wonderful experience that I didn't need the music anymore.
So you probably run in a rhythm anyways.
Yes, it is your rhythm of your body, is the rhythm of your mind, is the rhythm of your soul. I mean, if you go that way. And what music does is it distracts you from that. So you really want to go inwards. Running or endurance sport is something that really takes you inwards to explore your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirituality. And when you're hearing somebody else's beat, it's taking you away from that. You have to find your own beat.
Right.
That is important.
Very true. Very true. So you've been into the glamour field, like really into the glamour field, right? With music videos and then movies.
I've done
and the serials,
almost 20 music videos.
20,
But maybe Made in India, I don't know.
Yeah, we used to watch that a lot.
And Janam Samjagaro.
That were wonderful music videos, So, I'm sure like even people here, like our colleagues and all who are into the glamour field, who are into cinema or acting and stuff, they barely get time for themselves because the routine is like quite, haywire. You're shooting till 1 or 2 in the night. How did you manage your workout sessions or things like those when you were doing?
So to me, there is no particular time to be active. In fact, when people ask me about exercise, I say exercise is not important. I mean, if exercise has a goal, then yes, like you want to lose weight, you need to exercise. You want to get better at a sport, you need to exercise. You want to go faster, you want to go higher, stronger, you need to exercise. But if you want to be fit and healthy, you just need to be active. So you come down to your natural ideal weight and then you just be active all the time and you don't need to really exercise. So when people ask me what is my regime, I don't have a regime. I just run whenever I have time, which is quite a bit. But I find that time because I enjoy running. I love it. Like even this morning I went to the stadium and I didn't know where, because I'm not from Kathmandu, so I didn't know where to run. I just ran round and round and round the stadium for 6 kilometers and that was it for this morning. It was fine.
Okay, great. I hope my mom and my wife are watching because exercise is not important, guys. You just need to be fit.
Just need to be active. No, but why? Another thing about exercise, which I mentioned, that it opens your mind. So for women, it's important because they're actually always active. Women are active not only in India and Nepal, but all over the world. They're working for the family, they're working for the children, they're working for the husband, even the husband's family, and then they have their jobs and their professions and their careers and all of that. So they continue, they're very active. But an activity for yourself is what helps you learn about who you are, physically, mentally, emotionally, and then you can kind of make sure that you're healthy and fit. But when you're always distracted by working and being active for other things, you're not focused enough on yourself.
I'm wondering, like, you started up this whole mission and then a lot of women coming in and participating in your Pinkathon. And what is the most striking response that you've got from a participant of this Pinkathon that, what change has it made in
it
their
is
life?
Disbelief, as I mentioned. It's the women, they don't believe that this is something that they can do. Firstly, and not only in our part of the world, everywhere in the world, women have believed for a long time that exercise or sport or running is for men. It's not for them.
Right.
You know? They don't like to sweat. But these are ideas that they've been fed, that they need to be at home and just taking care of the kids, and they don't have their own life.
Right.
A lot of women don't have their own life. So this is about taking control of your life through sport.
Right.
You know, it's non-confrontational, it's not, there's no conflict of interest anywhere, it's not religious, it's not political. It's just about you and exploring your own potential and your own self. So it is a kind of opening your mind to yourself. You know, women don't believe, and suddenly they believe. They come for the Pinkathon once, they celebrate with thousands of other women, they watch thousands of other women doing the same thing, they're doing it together, and they go back and they've changed. It has opened, there's a window, a door that has opened in their mind.
What's the average age group, I wonder?
I would say between 30 to 50 is the average age group.
Really?
Yeah, but we have a lot of very young girls who also come. There are a lot of mothers who come with really small babies. We in fact encourage that a lot. The baby wearing community who come with slings with 3 or 4 month old babies and harnesses with 3 or 4 month old babies.
And they literally run with the babies?
No, they don't run, they walk.
Okay.
They walk. But it also gives a very important message that women sometimes feel that, you know, when I have a baby, I have to sit at home for 3 years, you know, till my baby becomes a little independent. But when you carry the baby with you, you're in fact becoming stronger because you're carrying this baby as it's growing.
True.
The baby is becoming stronger emotionally. It's seeing all kinds of different things in the safety of this embrace. And it encourages a deeper bond between the mother and the child. It also it minimizes the risk of breast cancer because it encourages breastfeeding. So many, many advantages, and we like to promote things like that.
Sure, sure. Okay, one very easy question. What's your favorite Nepali song?
Resam Piriri.
Really? Okay.
That's the only one I know.
There you go. I thought I'm going to get you on this one.
I knew it. You can't get me. I went on a trek just a couple of months ago to Everest Base Camp.
Okay.
And that's all they sang. Every time I would ask one of the porters or the Sherpas or any Nepali person, sing me a song. This is the only song they would sing.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's so important.
It's almost as good as national
It's an anthem.
Yeah.
What is it?
Definitely. I mean, it's one
and
of
the hills are alive
songs.
with the sound of music.
Yeah, before you entered, I was actually singing that song. And these 2 beautiful ladies were playing Madal on that one. It's called Madal.
Yeah.
And then they were playing that, and then I was singing that song.
Yeah.
And I'm sad because, you know, I was about to brag all my friends that Milind Soman could not answer my question, and there you go. You have your 100% success rate now. So we're gonna go for a commercial break. Of course, when we come back, we'll still be in conversation. Okay, we're gonna go for a song. हामीसँग उ छ रेशम पिरिरी छ. Do we have that? रेशम पिरिरी. We don't? Okay, okay. They're gonna.
You don't? We're not in Nepal.
Yeah, truly. Okay, let's go for any song. Yes, it stars on MOYC, and we're in the house with Milind Soman today, and we're speaking to him about his projects and his life, of course. So, where did we leave last time? Oh, we left it at the music, and this is our customary thing. So you gotta
started
sing.
with music and left it with music.
Yeah. So you gotta sing 2 lines for us, any song.
Resam Piriri, Resam Piriri.
No, what was your
I think
favorite?
that is the tune actually.
Yeah, that is almost.
something.
You're almost.
Is that Resam Piriri?
Yeah. We're gonna play that song in a little while.
Oh, lovely! I love it.
Yeah, but
It's
we
beautiful.
can definitely do that. But then your
What
favorite
is your favorite song?
It's Resam Piriri.
Oh yeah. So you sing it. I sang it. No, you sing it.
Resam Piriri.
Oh yeah, your sounds more authentic.
Piriri. उडेर लौकी डाँडामा भन्ज्याङ रेशम पिरिरी.
Not bad.
Yeah,
it's exactly how I remember it.
Yeah, thank you. But then you can't get away with it, you know.
You want me to sing another song?
No, you have to sing one song. That's your, like, you know, your all-time favorite song, the song that you enjoyed the most.
I don't really listen to music.
Oh, come on. How can you do that?
I mean, I have these fad songs, you know, whatever's popular at the moment, it kind of sticks in. You know, everybody's playing it in all the taxis and the buses and the trains. Everyone's playing this song.
Alicia's
so
song. Alicia's
like,
song. That's that.
Made in India.
Yeah, why not?
Of course I know
I mean,
that.
like, yeah, you would definitely know that.
Okay, how does it go? देखी है सारी दुनिया, जापान से लेके रशिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से लेके अमेरिका, made in India, एक दिल चाहिए that's made in India. I think this is the first time in my life I have sung this song.
I'm sorry, I have to give you a big
People
round
are
of
always
applause.
singing the song to me. I've never sung it. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a great hit, right?
It was huge.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your...
Even today, I mean, people come to me and say, "Oh, we love that song," and I say, "Listen, it was made 22 years ago. You're only 19. When did you hear it?"
Yeah.
I mean, they're just listening to it all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your craziest fan. Sorry, because this is a very light-hearted show, so it goes...
I have a lot of... I'm not
sure.
really crazy. I mean, I don't think anybody killed themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, they were all very sweet.
Someone must have threatened that they would kill them.
Threatened that they would kill... No?
No?
Nobody did. Nobody did. In fact, I'm quite surprised because, you know, even the messages I get on social media, they're so positive all the time, except about my girlfriend, you know. Like recently people discovered I had a girlfriend also, so they were some of them were really mean.
Yeah.
But otherwise, people are always really positive.
Wow.
And they're always like, "Wow, you're so fit, it's just amazing."
Yeah, that's nice. So are you doing any movies anytime soon?
Not at the moment. My last release was a film called Chef with Saif Ali Khan. I don't know if anybody saw it here.
Chef.
They may have seen it in India, I don't know.
Yeah.
And before that was Bajirao.
Yeah,
Mastani.
that one lot more.
Then I did a short film also last year called Mukti. It was the Freedom for Bangladesh.
Right.
And a Marathi film also I did last year, which was really, really nice.
Okay. So, I mean, like, was it a conscious move for you to not do a lot of acting and stuff, or because you're more focused, or?
No, I do whatever I can.
Okay.
If there is a project that's offered to me and I like it, I do it. So I make the time for it. Like Bajirao Mastani required many, many days. And I found them because I thought it would be an interesting project to do. Chef, for example, wanted only 4 days, so I could easily do it.
Right.
So it depends. I'm not a full-time actor.
Right.
I wouldn't say that I'm a career actor, but I'm open to offers, and I get a few.
What about if you get a Nepali movie?
Yeah, why not? I've done films in Japanese, in Swedish, in Arabic, in Hindi, Marathi, English, Telugu, Tamil.
Oh wow.
Have I missed anything?
Okay. And what about the
German
language? Were you speaking
co-productions.
English in like Japanese movies?
I was, no, Japanese.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Sayonara. That's the one word I know.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah, that one too. But I don't know how that goes.
Yeah. That's thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, you just thanked me for and I'm off. Thank you. Okay. So let's get back to Pinkathon. Is it happening? It's happening here like
24th of February.
So what are you expecting?
Yes. I'm expecting that we'll have more women participating because last time, of course, we did it in a bit of a rush because of the dates, my dates. Also, the organizer Namraj was not didn't know. It was his first time doing an event like this. So this time everybody's more sure, everything is more in place. So what I would like is that for the women who participated last year and really enjoyed themselves to get their families, you know, to get the other women from their families, their friends, their colleagues at work, and bring them in, because that's what we look at, you know, women inspiring each other.
Right.
Mostly what happens in society that we have noticed is that there's a lot of guilt for women who take out time for themselves, because it is seen as taking time away from the family, from the children and the husband. And not only in India and Nepal, but even in countries like Britain, where one of the top reasons for women not exercising was guilt.
Right.
And most of the guilt is caused by other women, you know, pointing fingers and saying this is a bad woman. So we have to get over those kind of mindsets, and it's by women inspiring each other that I think we'll finally overcome that.
How did this thought come about? I mean, like the whole thought, because you're a man, and you know you
Yes,
probably
I'm a
really
man.
need to get
So it came about because again, something that not many people know. I'm involved with a lot of companies. I started my first company in 1988, which was an event company.
Right.
And so I've been an event manager for more than almost 30 years, or more than 30 years now.
Okay.
And because I was seeing running becoming so popular and so many running events being organized, and the participation of women really small, I said, let's create a space. And I could do that because I have the experience.
Right.
Let's create a space. In fact, even my company said, no. Women, there's no women's running event, and women don't want to run. They have no time. So I had to convince them that no, you have to do it. In fact, I had to announce it in the papers and show it to my partner, saying, "Look, we're doing this event. Get the teams together."
Right.
And then we did the first edition. So it wasn't easy. But my first interest was as an event manager to see, create an experience that would bring women together and see how they enjoyed it. Right. And then we started learning about the issues and breast cancer awareness and menstruation and cervical cancer and so many things that affect women today, and just how to make society a better place, through women, through the initiatives of women.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So let's get back to your sports thing. So if you were not, because your academic background or qualification is completely different.
Engineering.
Right? Engineering. So, and then...
and all four of my grandparents were doctors.
Yeah, I read
and my father was a scientist.
Yeah.
And my mother a biochemist.
There you go.
Okay.
And then how come didn't you get to one of those things?
Well, there was a kind of a little bit of conflict in my family. My father and mother were very open to me being in sport.
Right.
They understood, maybe because they lived many years abroad, and they understood the value of active lifestyle and just sport on the growing mind. And my grandparents were a little skeptical. They said, no, you have to study hard. And they, because they struggled a lot, they worked really hard. They collected money, went to England for their exams, and it was much harder life then. And but finally my parents were like, no, he can do it. He has to do it. My mother was very keen. And so I think I was lucky that my parents saw that value. And my mother, of course, is very fit. Even today, she's 79. She treks every month. I've taught her how to do push-ups. She does 15 push-ups. Oh, wow. She does a 2-minute plank. She's climbed Everest Base Camp. She's climbed Annapurna Base Camp, Kilimanjaro. So she's very inspiring for a lot of people. Right. So that is my background. So they were very open to all kinds of things. Even when I started modeling, I had no idea that modeling was a profession. Right. That you got paid for it. I mean, of course, you see hoardings and you see stuff, but you don't really think about it. Like, who are these people? Did they get paid? You don't think about that. So when I got my first offer, and they offered me like they offered me 50,000 rupees, Indian, in 1987, in 1987, to stand in a corner so they could take 3 or 4 photographs. And I thought that was crazy. I said, I couldn't refuse this. These are crazy people, they're throwing money at me, I have to catch it. So that was how it started, and my parents were also like, what? They gave you this much money to do what? And they were like, oh, okay. Then suddenly they started seeing me in the papers, they were like, if you're happy. And I started traveling a lot, all over the world with Indian fashion, Middle East, Far East, Europe. Right. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, wow. Okay, the producer's telling me that we're running out of time. So.
Always. I talk too much. I talk too much. People always complain.
No, that was really interesting talking to you. But then I still want to ask, so you're so much into sports, and you mentioned Everest Base Camp. So have you made any plans to climb Mount Everest? I mean, you should probably check
so there were two dreams that I always had. Yeah. One was to run a marathon, even though I hated running. So ever since I was a kid, that you hear that word marathon, it has this whole mystique about it. I grew up with that word. And the other thing was to climb Everest. Yeah. So and I thought that I would climb Everest like really quickly because it's like right here. Running there was no running in India while I was growing up. But I thought Everest, very soon.
Now maybe you can run and climb Everest because you can create a record or something like that.
Why not?
You should plan that very.
But no, I can't break. There was a guy who ran last year in 18 days. He ran up and ran down. What's his name? Very fast runner.
Ran up to the summit.
And Kilian Jornet, something like that.
Okay,
and he's a world champion in endurance running, and he ran. I can't do it faster than that.
But you're gonna try and scale Everest anytime.
Yes,
soon, maybe.
For sure. I have to do it.
Yeah,
I have to do it.
You have to.
I have to.
Yeah. So all the best for that, and all the best for Pinkathon, and thank you so much for joining with us today.
Thank you, Vivek. Please make sure your mother participates.
Yeah, I will. I will. So there we go. Thank you for watching us. I'm going to catch up with you when I have to. Until then, VJV signing off. Peace.